Alrighty, so I'm recording you now, so you need to listen. Okay, what we are doing is we are looking at displaying categorical data today. So data can be displayed in many different ways. Yesterday we looked at displaying numerical data and on the day before as well. Okay, what we're doing today is categorical data. So we can display it in tables and graphs, including two-way tables, bar charts, and Pareto charts, as well as pie charts. Okay, Pareto charts is something that comes up in the HSC. It's also common content with standard, and it is something that you're expected to do. So that will be the main focus because we already are quite good at two-way tables and Venn diagrams. So our first example we have in a survey of Year 12 students, it was found that 47 students had a dog but not a cat, 19 students had both a dog and a cat, 32 students had a cat but not a dog, and 54 had neither a dog nor a cat. We're going to draw this information into a two-way table. So the first number that we're given is that 47 students had a dog but not a cat. So that is going to go in our dog no cat box, which is here. So we will put our 47 in that spot. Our next information is we have 19 students had both a dog and a cat. So that will go in our dog cat spot, and we'll put our 19 there. We then have that 32 had a cat but not a dog. So cat, no dog. We'll put 32 there. And then we'll have that 54 had neither a dog nor a cat. So our 54 will go in this spot here. Now we can work out those totals, okay, by adding our columns and our rows. That last box there should add to the same as our column and our row. So if we check this, we'll have 19 plus 32 gets us 51. We have 47 plus 54 gets us 101. We then have 19 plus 47 is 66. And 32 plus 54 is 86. Now, so what we want to happen is that 51 plus 101 and 66 plus 86 both need to equal the same number, which that number is 152. Cool? All right, we can now demonstrate that data on a Venn diagram. So we're going to have our dog and cat on our Venn diagram, and then we need to work out where this information goes. So if we have both a dog and a cat, that goes in the middle here. So we're going to put our 19 there. If we have a dog and no cat, that goes here, and we're going to put our 47 there. Our cat but no dog is in this part of our Venn diagram, so that is 32. And then our neither is down in the bottom right-hand corner, so we put our 54 down there. Cool? All right, our next lot of questions are percentage questions. So we want to find the percentage of students who have both a dog and a cat. So we'll do our 19 over our total of 152 times that fraction by 100 to get it as a percentage, and that's 12.5% as one decimal place. We want to find the percentage of students who have a cat but not a dog. So cat but no dog is 32 over 152 times by 100, and that gets us 21% to one decimal place. And then neither a cat nor a dog is 54 out of 152 times by 100 equals 35.5% to one decimal place. Alrighty, once you have that done, flip the page. Does anyone need to borrow a ruler? No? Do you have a ruler? Then you need to borrow one.
Excellent readings.
No. Okay, so now we're going to look at these Pareto charts. So this is something we haven't done before, so we have to make sure that we understand it. This is the style of questions that come up in HSCs. So a Pareto chart is useful for displaying categorical data from the most to the least important. we have the table shows a survey's group preferences for types of TV shows. So we have that the news 68, drama 78, comedy 73, reality 107, and sport 174. And there was a total of 500 people that were surveyed for this. We're going to arrange the table in descending order of frequency and add a percentage frequency column and a cumulative percentage frequency column. So what does descending order mean? So it means largest to smallest. Okay, so I have already organised the categories for you so that we didn't have to write them. So the first one that we have is sport, and there was 174 for our frequency of sport. Reality was 107, drama was 78, comedy was 73, and the news was 68, and that totals to 500. Okay, we want to work out our percentage frequency to 1 decimal place. So our percentage frequency, we do our 174 over 500 times by 100 to get 34.8%. Okay, and we're doing this all to 1 decimal place. We'll then have reality is 107 over 500 times by 100. We get 21.4%. Drama is 78 over 500 times by 100, and we get 15.6%. We have comedy is 73 over 500 times by 100. We get 14.6%. And then we have news is 68 out of 500 times by 100, which is 13.6%. Once we have now calculated these percentage frequencies, we can then calculate our cumulative percentage frequency. So remember, cumulative, we start with our first one and we write it there. So our first cumulative frequency, percentage frequency, is just going to be 34.8%. Okay. Then what we do for the next one is we bring across our 21.4%, add it to our 34.8% to get 56.2%. Our next one, we bring across our 15.6%, add it to our 56.2% to get 71.8%. For comedy, we bring across our 14.6%, add it to our 71.8% to get 86.4%. And then our last one, we go our 13.6% plus our 86.4% to get, what percentage do you reckon we should get? 100, okay? So you know you've made a mistake there if you don't get 100%. Because they've all been rounded correctly to 1 decimal place, it is going to add up to 100%. Okay, same if you correctly round it to the nearest percentage, it will work as well. Oh, do they? Okay, cool. All right, so now what we're going to do is learn how to draw a Pareto chart to show this data. So let's set up what this should look like. On the bottom, we are going to have our types of TV shows from our most frequent descending down to our least frequent. So we're going to write sport, reality, drama, comedy, and the news. And we're going to write down the bottom that this is our types of TV shows. Then on our... Not today. I left them at home. On our left-hand axis, that's where our frequency goes. Okay, so we'll have our frequency of 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, and we want to end with our 500 up the top there. Okay, because our highest frequency is 500. 500 is equivalent to our cumulative frequency of 100%. So then on our right axis, that's where we're going to have our cumulative percentage frequency. And so we're going to start with 0% at the bottom, and then we're going up by 10. Okay, so that's where, like 250, a frequency of 250 is equivalent to a cumulative percentage frequency of 50%. Does that make sense? Who, me or? Okay, now has everyone got their axes set? So what we'll have is we're going to do our frequency is a bar chart. Okay, so it's a histogram, but we're not leaving those gaps like we normally do and we learn about leaving last lesson. Okay, so our frequency is a bar chart. So our frequency for sport was 174. So we're going to go up to roughly where 174 is, and we're going to draw a line across those first four. First four, because that's where sport is. Like that. Does that make sense? Okay, reality is 107, so just above the 7. Just above the 100. Okay, drama is 78. Comedy is 73, so just a little bit lower. And then the news is 68. Okay, so it is a little bit tricky to get our frequency bar chart done because we have such a long axis, okay? But as long as it shows roughly where it is. And then what we have is our cumulative percentage frequency is a line graph. Okay, so it's like a histogram and a polygon. The first one's really easy to do, okay, because with sport it starts at 0%, right, and then it goes to 34.8%, which exactly should be where you have the end of your sport line, like box. Okay, now we're doing our cumulative percentage frequency. So for reality, we have 56.2% is where we want our line to be, or our dot to be, that we draw our line at. Okay, then what we have is for drama is 71.8%. So that's there. Okay, we have comedy is 86. And then finally, our news is at 100%. Okay, a lot of the past HSC questions aren't really getting you to graph these as what. A lot is more about being able to read off them, okay, which we'll have a look at as well. Cool, and that's the theory note.